Good morning, I'm Alice Bradshaw with the Museum of Contemporary Rubbish here with Jan on Linthorpe Road in Middlesbrough. So Jan, would you like to tell us a bit about yourself and the job you do here?
I'm an area care operative, basically vented in the town centre, clearing the litter away, washing the furniture and just keeping Middlesbrough tidy as best we can.
Yeah, and how do you think it's changed since COVID? What's been the is it noticeably changed at all?
It's a lot quieter, but otherwise there's not much difference. Just like you say, it's a bit quieter. Obviously the children are off school this week, so it's been a bit busier, but mornings are really quiet the week.
And it gets busier in the afternoon, does it? Yeah.
Obviously you've got the university and then new college.
Are they off?
Yeah, they're off.
So what do you think is the weirdest kind of rubbish that you've come across while you've been doing your job?
Tried all sorts. It's I don't know. It's mainly household stuff. You can be walking around next door to a bin, somebody to put a video recorder or telly, and that's in the middle of the town.
They brought it in.
Obviously they've been trying to sell it on, but they just leave it.
So is it normally food waste and things
that
you find
food
here?
Waste, rubbish. Normally McDonald's.
Yeah.
But they are clearing their own stuff away now. They have got somebody going out on a morning litter picking.
Has that really changed your workload then?
Yes, down that end, yeah. Because McDonald's situated on a busy corner, a windy corner. Obviously it blows all over. So that's a half the battle.
Yeah. And do you find with the wind it congregates in certain areas?
Yeah. If it's windy, depending on where the wind is, you get it one side. One side could be spotlessly clean. So, like today, there's not a lot about because of the way the weather was yesterday.
Yeah, it was really windy, wasn't it?
So you just find your little bits like days today, and people are not sitting about eating when it's cold and windy, so you don't get as much rubbish as you would do if it was not windy and not raining.
Oh, that's interesting. Do you think because they're moving, they put it in the bins more?
Yeah.
Whereas they sat down, they're just...
Well, they could be sat next to a bin and still not put it in the rubbish.
But, I've seen that too.
But obviously, because the chairs are wet, they don't sit down and then so you get a lot less rubbish.
How long have you been doing your job?
14 years we've been on
40?
Here.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
And what's the most enjoyable thing about it, do you think?
Pay at the end of the month.
Yeah, it makes it worthwhile.
No, I do enjoy my job, but I'm looking forward to retiring in a year and a half, so it's been a long haul, but it's an enjoyable job. You meet people. It's just like today's weather. It's wet, but it's not cold, so you put your coat on, take your coat off, but no, we're used to it all now, so people say, how can you work in the cold? You get used to it.
I think it's different when you're on the go as well.
Yeah,
you don't feel it as much.
You don't feel it as much.
So do you separate your waste here?
Yeah, we have recycling.
Yeah.
I haven't today because of the bag. So we haven't got a proper recycling bin yet. They're supposed to be looking into that. We usually have a plastic recycling bag on the side. Obviously with it being windy, it just blows off once it gets a couple of bottles in. But yeah, we do recycle.
Yeah.
We've only just started it, but I think they're looking into putting recycling bins in the town as well. So I think they should recycle.
It would make sense, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Do you know if, because I'm not from Middlesbrough, so do they recycle things like glass and cardboard and plastic? Do you know what kind of things they do recycle?
I think they're starting to. Like I say, there's no recycling bins in the town. I know in the centres they do have them, but we haven't got them outside. I think they did have when we started. There used to be one down by McDonald's, but it used to get just filled with everything. So
yeah, it might need a bit of education alongside it or something. It's tricky, isn't it? So with my museum, what I do is I photograph people's rubbish and I ask them to tell me a bit about it when they're donating it to the museum. So it's like an online archive. So I'm really interested in why people decide to get rid of things, whether it's a bit of food wrapping that they've thrown away. It's an obvious thing, they've finished with it, they don't need it anymore. But I'm also really interested in collecting things that people have had quite a while and they suddenly decide that it's not important anymore. Like, you know, maybe they've had it years and they get rid of it. Have you found things like that have been maybe sentimental value, or maybe they've lost them, you know, jewellery, or I don't know.
We had a guy a few years ago, he lost a medal down the drain just over there.
Oh wow.
And obviously you can't get into them drains unless you've got like a crowbar or something. But I did manage to get it out for him. I did go and get some metal bar or something. So he was very grateful, because I thought, well, why would you carry a medal around with you? But I don't know how he lost it. But we haven't had many people that have lost. Jenny found somebody's wallet on Wednesday on Bedford Street. Obviously he'd got out the car and dropped it. Had no money and just a lot of cards. So she was just about to put it on the Facebook, and he turned up and, you know, things like that. But not a great deal. I think people are quite careful nowadays.
Yeah, people seem to be a lot more careful.
We found £25 this year in notes.
Yeah,
so
together?
Oh, no, not together,
like
different weeks. We just save it up and have a night out on it.
Yeah.
We save all the pennies and that we pick up and put it in our barra.
Oh, nice.
And like you say, we just save it up and have a night out on it.
Oh, you do good.
Yeah, so you do find the odds. Sometimes you're lucky. The other girl at work, Sarah, who I think you've been emailing, she found, I think, £70 down the bottom one day.
Wow.
I think somebody must have got on the bus and dropped it on the pocket.
Yeah.
But obviously you can't, unless you put it on, and that was a few years ago. I don't think we had phones then. If you don't put it on Facebook, I have found like bracelets and put it on Facebook.
Do you get people noticing and coming and collecting them?
Yeah, I found driving licence to use for bank cards. We take them into the bank. It's just that, like what somebody's like, gone into a shop and just dropped, you know.
And then final question, have you got any rubbish you'd like to donate to the museum?
Yes, you can have this barrel.
The whole thing?
I've got a grandson you can have.
Really?
No, don't think so. Not really. Like you say, I normally recycle mine and my clothes go to the charity bags when they come through the door. So, no, not really.
No? Well, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it.